Hey Capricorn. So I just realized I have a lean on my camera. That's okay. It'll just be a little bit wonky, so apologies for that. Capricorn. Just going to get on into it. Welcome. This is the week ahead for you. Late June. You might be Capricorn or cross-watching for a Capricorn. All good. Keep in mind that this reading is for your entertainment. Free will comes first. These are just cards, so throw away what does not resonate. If it doesn't fit at all, it's probably not your reading. So check out your other signs. So hopefully we can get you some nuggets of wisdom. And yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I did this one on Sunday instead of Saturday. I just needed to take a bit of time. I'm also looking at rejigging my readings to be pre-recorded with extendeds. So that's something that's going to be hopefully in the works soon. I'm probably announcing it so that I get a move on with it. But yeah, just juggling my life at the moment, trying to make it all work. Anyway, I can fit it though. I'll find a way. So that's the approach I'm going to take. All right, 5 cards for your current situation with the Wild Unknown Tarot coming up. 5 more cards as advice from this more traditional deck to basically see how you can move forward with your situation for the week ahead. And then at least 1 work your light oracle card as well, just for a bit more insights and advice. All right, 1 more shuffle and let's get into it, Capricorn. Let us do it. Beautiful. These cards are getting more and more easy to shuffle, and I love it. So good. All right, let's get into it. Ooh. What's going on with Capricorn, please? Oh, did a 360, wasn't ready. What's happening in Capricorn's life? Is that, how many cards is that? Is that all the cards? I think it is. Cool. That was easy. This one's a sidewayser. Don't love them, but I'll take it. All right, so your overall energy coming into the spread as well. Before I flip them, this is kind of nice. Oh, wish this would happen every day. But I like taking flyers, so yeah, it's probably never going to. This is a rarity. So your energy coming into the spread, Capricorn, you might have taken the blindfold off and you can actually see obstacles in your life for what they are, see the ones in your mind, see the ones in the real world, and you're able to walk through that territory with more clarity at least. Maybe focusing on your long-term dreams. Also card of Aquarius, could be dealing with Aquarian. Father of Swords, Libra, Gemini, or Cancer as well. Maybe just sort of being very honest and straightforward with things at the moment. Maybe reminiscing a bit about the past as well as you move forward. But it looks like you're sort of getting clear about what's going on in your life and how to navigate it, focusing on your long-term goals and being quite direct about it, which is nice. Or maybe communicating with people who are direct as well. Could be just communicating with an air sign. Or an Aquarius. Well, an Aquarius is an air sign. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. Yeah, maybe looking at the past a little bit as well with the 6 of Cups. All right, so that's probably you coming into it. What's going on then? What's going on? Mother of Cups in the upright, Daughter of Swords. I think you're definitely dealing with people. I think you have some people stuff going on. Not that we usually don't, but yeah, I think there's just some with Capricorn. So Queen of Cups could be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Daughter of Swords, which is the Page of Swords sideways. So interesting card coming up. Maybe you want to do maybe you're debating whether or not to do a little bit of an investigation. Sorry, my joint's just clicking into something. Maybe you don't know whether to spy on someone. Maybe someone's not sure whether they should do some research towards you. I don't know. That's interesting. Interesting. I have to look at the bottom again. 4 of Coins is to do with holding on tightly to things. So maybe you're holding on to something. 10 of Wands is carrying a heavy burden. You might be holding on to some kind of heavy burden. And then you have the Devil, card of Capricorn. That's you at the end of the reading. So it could be that you're viewing something toxic though, but I do almost feel like it's viewing something. It could be that you're immersed in some kind of bond as well. It doesn't have to be toxicity. But it is also your own energy, Capricorn. So maybe you're sort of owning things at the moment as well, which I like. Let's have a look. Yeah, I do. I feel like you're probably owning it a little bit. What's after that? Maybe putting in some hard work. Interesting. This seems both complex and not all at the same time. That doesn't make sense. What I mean to say is it seems like there's definitely things going on with people's, but almost an awareness or a grasp on it at the same time, or a consciousness about what's happening, even if it is a little bit kind of funny. You might be being a bit receptive to love at the moment as well. You really could be you could very well be dealing with an air sign. Aquarius did pop up there. You're here. You could feel like you're bound to something as well. I mean, the devil is about being bound to things. So there's also your card. So it's interesting to read this. I need to I'll get the advice cards and then figure out how to read it for you with a little bit more consistency. Two more shuffles. I'm going to do two more. It's like, should I draw now or do two more? Interesting though. I think there's definitely holding on to some kind of burden. Maybe you feel bound to it. Maybe you feel like it's your responsibility as well, because that is your card. But there seems to be some kind of Queen of Cups energy that you're connecting with, and some confusion about whether to get more information or not is sort of what I'm gathering. Just gonna have another quick look here. Yeah. The Daughter of Swords is sort of confusing me a little bit. I don't really know what's going on there. All right, let's get some advice coming out. Boop. Boop. No, I wanted that one there. Boop. So you've got the Six of Swords, the Queen of Wands in reverse. So this makes me think this is about someone. It is also a court card. Court cards are people in our lives, or our own or other people's personality types. It's sort of a combination of them. The Ten of Cups, which is gorgeous as advice. The Four of Cups in reverse, which is good advice for the 10. I'll read it in just a second. Just a mini moment. Capricorn. Oh. All right, I'll take both. The Six of Wands and the Fool, which is very good advice again. All right, so overall advice card. If you don't get anything else out of this reading, this is what you can take away. Temperance, card of Sagittarius. You might want to connect with a Sag this week, though Temperance is also about balance, patience, transformation, the alchemist. Water into wine, copper into gold. Focus on getting balance and shifting and having patience and allowing for a transformation. Big card. I actually kind of do feel like it's talking about connecting with some kind of Sagittarius this week as your overall advice. Very interesting, Cancer. No, sorry, Capricorn. My apologies. Maybe you should check out Cancerian's reading if I'm saying Cancer. Interesting. What's under it? Page of Wands, communication. Yeah, I feel like maybe you do need to communicate with some kind of Sagittarius. So again, it's about balance, transformation, and shifting. Allowing for that. Allow for that. Maybe connect with a Sag. That's your overriding advice on the bottom of the deck. So, okay. Let's get into it. I'm going to do it one by one because it's just going to be easy that way. Mother of Cups could be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Queen of Cups, mature, loving, good energy, nurturing. Could be that you are feeling in this energy yourself. The advice is the Six of Swords, which is to move on into calmer waters. This is in the upright though, so I feel like whoever this is, or if this is you, your energy, or someone else, it's good. You don't see them in a bad light, but it is maybe moving on and moving forward with this person in your life or with this energy. So take it with you as you move forward. Could be that you're very receptive to love, but you need to bring that with you as you go on. It could also be to move on from that kind of a water sign, but I just don't really see that because it's in the upright. So that's interesting. Next up, the Daughter of Swords or the Page of Swords sideways. So maybe confusion about whether to look into something or spy on something or get some more information or not. Maybe not really sure whether to do it or not. The advice is it's actually to release the Queen of Swords like energy, if that's your own perspective or someone else. Queen of Swords could be Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. So you might need to release the need to spy on or get some more information about this kind of a person as well, which is kind of fascinating. That is kind of what I'm seeing, because I don't really know how else to read that unless you're confused about getting knowledge, or release the need to be creative. But this is about investigating. So I feel like maybe you've been confused about whether or not to action that. And this sort of says, release it. So don't do it. I guess so. Or step away from that energy if if you're confused about someone and not sure and don't know if you know everything, it's to sort of step away from that energy. Maybe you don't need to know, So interesting. This is an interesting bit of advice as well. Anyway, it's a sort of a convoluted reading for me. So I'm going to do my best though. But yeah, it's interesting. Not that you are, obviously. But I'm just, the cards are kind of a little bit all over the shop to start with anyway. I get all this. This is pretty good. I think I get this. I get this advice. Yeah, but yeah, this stuff's a bit wishy-washy or just I'm a bit uncertain about it. The 5, hopefully that you got something out of that though. I'm reading it as best I can. The 4 of Coins is about holding on tightly. It is in the upright. I think that you're in the process of doing that. The advice is to focus on your 10 of Cups, pardon me. So focus on your happiness, your emotional unions, the real kind of emotional fulfillment that you really want with someone else or with another situation. It's definitely about unions and connection, the 10 of Cups. This is if you're holding on to something, hold on to that dream, because I think that's a good thing. I don't know if it's with this individual here, with this Daughter of Swords, but it's definitely holding on to the dream, holding on to what it is that you want to see unified and emotionally fulfilling, focusing on that as your hold. A lot of 10s, by the way. We've got 2 10s in here. That's a lot. That's half of the 10s that you can get out of at least one deck. So a couple of 10s. 10 of Wands is about carrying a heavy burden. So again, I do think you might be holding on to something heavy. Advice here is to actually disengage. So whereas this is about apathy, this I actually see about just disengaging emotionally completely. So it's not even having apathy as much as, apathy isn't really caring, but I feel like when there's apathy involved, it's like a delusion when you're actually feeling something, but you're just like blocking it out. You're like, eh. But this is almost like I just don't care like about that thing, and not in a bad way. So I think that if you are carrying a heavy burden, it's to disengage. That's probably exactly what apathy means. But I am just feeling like it's not a sense of this isn't really apathy in the upright. It is actually more like, I don't want it. I don't want those cups. This to me says, I don't want those cups. Just an emotional different perspective. One is like, I'm not getting the cups I want. And in the reverse, it's I don't care for the cups at all. Like I just don't. So that's the difference. So don't worry about the cups with this burden. Put down the cups and that burden might shift. All right. Capricorn, here you are, end of your own reading. I think you might feel bound to something. Maybe feeling just, tied to a solid connection here. But I do feel like this is you getting in your own power And advice on that is to victoriously take a leap of faith, victoriously step forward into the unknown. So you've got the Six of Wands and the Fool here. So take a leap of faith towards your own success. It's actually a really nice bit of advice at the end there. Hopefully some of it made sense to you. I feel like I got a bit of sense out of that for myself, but I feel like there could be someone that you're dealing with that might not be good for you. I'm sort of getting that. Maybe you want this Ten of Cups with them, but they may not be that person, but you definitely are wanting love. There might be also a water sign that is good for you, or some kind of Queen of Cups that is, but I don't think the Queen of Wands is quite what is serving you right now. And it doesn't have to be the signs, it can just be the energy. So emotionally supportive. This is more adventurous, passionate, creative, ambitious. Oh no, I guess Queen of Pentacles is probably a little bit more ambitious in different ways, though. They're all ambitious in different ways. So, all right, let's get you a Work Your Light Oracle card, Capricorn. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Do something to change your energy. Yeah, I feel like that's the case. Get into an empowered sense of self, victoriously step forward and dance with life. Do something to shift and change your energy. I think that's a really good card in this context. I do feel like you're sort of almost unnecessarily carrying something, it feels like. And you might just need to shift something just to change it around a little bit so that you're not feeling bonded or bound to this situation, and you're feeling more empowered and more in your own energy, just more owning it, more being in control of it, and in a good way, in a healthy way. So yeah, Capricorn, that's your reading. I hope that it gave you some kind of insights and advice. I enjoyed it. I did, even though it was a bit confusing for me. Hopefully you did too. Please also like and subscribe if you do like my channel. Hit the little bell icon to see more. Aiming to get to 100 subscribers ASAP. So that would mean a lot to me. I should put it in like a thing that I'll do. If I get to 100 subscribers, I will release the year ahead, which is a lot of work, but I will do that. I think I'll do that for each sign. That'd be something I'd like to do. Anyway, cool. So that'll be interesting. Anyway, I would love to do it. As soon as it hits that, I'll release the year ahead. So feel free to subscribe and share, comment, etc. Thank you so much for being here, Capricorn. I'm moving on now to Aquarius. I'm going to change my settings because it's super yellow and that's probably a little bit much. But yeah, really a pleasure and honor to read for you. Have a wonderful space time wherever you are. And I will catch you next time in the next video. Bye.